So I was looking at the review scores for The Little Mermaid, the new remake, live-action remake with Halle Bailey. I was surprised, first of all, that it was scoring so low with critics. I thought this looked like a movie that would probably score a little closer to like Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin. But 67% right now with critics, it's still considered fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. But it means that it's getting a more lukewarm reception than some of these other remakes. Better than Peter Pan and Wendy, but not by much. And then I saw the user scores were 95%, which I was pretty shocked by because, as you know, like there's been a lot of controversy around this movie. I think there's also been a lot of Disney live-action remake fatigue. So I was surprised to see 95% of users liked it. So I went and I checked on Metacritic, and it's getting very similar scores with critics there, but a 2.1 score with audiences, which I think is super low, right? Probably a lot lower than the reality, probably because it's getting review bombed, right? But that means that on Rotten Tomatoes, it must be getting review inflated. There's just no way that 95% of people who saw that movie are giving it essentially a 10 out of 10 score. This means that, that there's almost nobody who just thought it was okay. And there's almost nobody that thought it was just, middling or whatever, right? It's just almost completely positive. But this is only a verified audience. So if you look at the all audience score, and a lot of people review movies without verifying, but that is around 52%, which is probably a little low. I'm kind of, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't say for sure. So I can't offer my own thoughts on this. But I think I have a pretty good sense of the culture. I think that probably the reality is that the audience scores probably should be a little closer to the critic score on this. Audiences, from what I've seen, reading, on Reddit and social media, talking with people, people are pretty positive about this. It's not I'm not hearing oh, it's the worst movie ever. Oh, it's awful. But I'm also, hearing from a lot of people that, it's good, but there's a lot of that. Oh, it's better than I thought it would be, but it runs a little too long. Or I don't think the music is quite as good as the original. Or it's just not, a lot of that. And that's what I would see, imagine you would see in this, in an honest audience score is, it's really great. I love it, but the original is better. But this movie right now with audiences is reviewing better than the original 1989 Little Mermaid, which I just don't buy it. You go to look at something like Beauty and the Beast, which I thought was a pretty good remake. But Beauty and the Beast is I think my favorite of the Disney animated films, and the remake is not scoring better than the original, neither with critics nor with audiences. So it just seems unrealistic. I'm not sure what's going on behind the scenes, at Rotten Tomatoes. It may be that there's been a little bit of a heavy-handed moderation going on to weed out a lot of the ones. Because surely there are verified audience members who are giving this bad reviews. It's just not possible that nobody disliked this movie that's verified on Rotten Tomatoes. So if I find out more, I'll let you know. But right now, there is definitely something fishy about the Rotten Tomatoes audience scores for The Little Mermaid. And I am going to hopefully go see this movie this week and report back. But there's also Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which I'm much more excited about. That looks fantastic. And I loved the first one so much. So I am going to go see that on Thursday when it comes out. So I will definitely be reporting back on that soon. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you next time. Peace.